Hello everyone, it's Lee here with episode 11 of our Final Fantasy VII beginners sort of playthrough. We left the last episode just picking up a new character in Yuffie, completing a side quest in Fort Condor, and now we're in the Junon area, ready to come into Junon for the next part of our game really. So I haven't really done anything in between then, so let's just get straight into it. It's quite a depressing town, this place. He won't let us through there, so we come down here and meet this little girl, to be honest. I think the last episode we got ourselves prepared for a boss fight, which is about to happen now. I don't know why she went running into the water though. As I always do, I'll slow it down for the battles. Even though this guy's like a water type enemy, we will still use bait that still does quite a considerable amount of damage to him. Didn't like that, did he? See there, because we put Chocomog on. So this little ball is similar to the Reno fight, but you can't use physical attacks on it. It's got to be magical. Eh? I'm sure it's magical. Yeah. Why is that not working? There we go. Took longer than it needed to. Yeah, you've got to use a magic spell. Obviously using bolt there to make that. It must be just bolt then, but you've got to use a magical attack, you can't just use physical on it. And this boss fight, similar to the Midgar Zolom. Oh, there we go. The Midgar Zolom is only like 4,000 health, so we was able to make quick work of him, to be honest, because of our levels, because we are quite high. A new item in the power wrist for us as well, which would be great. I'll put that on. I wish we put that on Cloud. And then if you're struggling with him, Beta, like I said, Beta's good. You can also poison him as well, similar to the Midgar Zolom. Put poison on him, and then that will weaken him down as the fight goes on. It's just about keeping yourself alive during that time. So what I did as well is I quickly, at a glance, a walkthrough just to refresh my memory on the Fort Condor battles, just because I said in the last episode that I'm not going to do the Fort Condor battles because I'm not going to go for 100% playthrough, but because it's a beginner's guide, I'll let you know when those battles take place. or when you need to go and do those battles. And then if you wish to do so, you can go ahead and do it. You can get decent loot from it. I mean, it is worthwhile doing, but to be honest, for time's sake, I'm not going to bother. I want to get this done as quick as we can, really, just so I can concentrate on the remake when it comes out. Also, as I said before, work has become rather hectic lately, so I don't have as much time as I would do before work or after work. The idea of this, again, it's another mini game, is to stop the bar as close to the top as we can as it goes up, and if you don't, then it drops all the way down. So we just got to do this until the little girl, you know, coughs up water. I mean, he ain't doing any chest compression, so he's not doing CPR properly, but there's no time limit to this. See, there where I missed it. So you gotta like literally stop it just before it ticks over. Again, there's no time limit to this, so just there we go. Takes about 5 right at the top, and then if you go like halfway and lower, it just takes a lot longer. Well done, Cloud. Oh yeah, I think, oh, too quick. I think they come here, yeah. Come here, the woman lets us use these beds for free because we rescued Priscilla, so. Let's rest. Spazzing out again. Wow. So now, if you want to, you can leave Junon. It's just curled up by himself, and you can go into one of the Fort Condor battles. So you can do that now if you want to. Like I said last time, I'm not going to bother. There she is. She's alive and well. Give you something special. So we got a second summon in Shiva. She is going to be a bit more powerful than Chocomog. So yeah, that's a new one. It's nice to get for helping her out. I don't know about you, but if it was probably one of my favourite summons. Just always looks so cool, especially in Final Fantasy 8. He looks pretty good. Final Fantasy 10, he's pretty decent. Just It's always one of those that looks like really, really good. Cloud couldn't finish off a cooked dinner, mate. I love how they always give it to Cloud. So we head down to the beach. Priscilla will give us a whistle. I believe, is it now when you get the whistle? But you can, let me just see, so it's either just before this or after, but there is another time. So after that dialogue, you have to go back to Fort Condor as a third battle. So they are like really quite close together. Yeah, so it's just before you jump in the water. So, and I believe if you go, oops, too close. Yeah, so you can go and do that. I think it's just below here you need to go. Really, mate? There is an easy way. If you just do this, and then again, there you go. I made that more complicated than it needs to be. That big airship. A bit of a spoiler, but you get to fly that later on. That's your main vehicle at the end of the game, well, or end game. So, just something to be wary of. We've got a few mini games here now. No, you can't see it yet. Okay. President Rufus. Always makes me think how dumb some of these guys are. Like, you just see some random guy walking around and you just allow him to get in and get changed. So there's a mini game coming up now where we need to march in sync with the rest of the soldiers. You don't really get anything massive from it. I think the best score, if you get over 50%, I think it's something like 5,000 gil. I mean, obviously if you stretch for cash, I mean that's real nice. But if you're not, I think below 50%, like between 40 and 50 is like six evas. So, I mean, they tend to be quite handy. You can save it here if you want to, just to keep playing the mini game if you want to make sure to make your odds better at getting the rewards you want. Come on. yeah, I can't wait to see what that looks like as well on the remake. Sorry, I'm just having a sip of coffee. Right, so what you want to do is sneak in and just get straight to the bottom. As soon as you see a gap, so you want to just so you just want to fly straight to the bottom. I'm rubbish at it. Oh no, I think it's X actually on this one where you have 6 potions. It's not really one I'm bothered about, to be honest. It's the next mini game is the one that I want to concentrate on, really, because it can give you good rewards, really. I mean, if you're playing 100% playthrough, you want to make sure you save up by there, and then you want to make sure you get that and you nail it spot on. I think it's either X to make the gun move, and you just got to do it in time. The idea is you're meant to run to the bottom, wait for the text to disappear, and then just keep spamming X. I think it's X or circle. So this part here, you just basically prepping us now for the next mini game. So I just got to remember the sequence of, you know, he tells you what to do, and then you just press the button. And he's got to try and do it as quick as he can. It's all about reaction times, really. It's a really simple game. I'd recommend not having it on ×3. Too quick. Checking the time because I've got something I need to do. So we're gonna have a half an hour or so. So there's Rufus, a familiar sight. These are shops. What's he got for me? Yeah. So it's a seal magic. Will be good. So we haven't got one of them, so we'll pick one of them up. And then, oh, we got a heal already, have we? Oh yeah. And then revive obviously is a life, so it's always very, very handy to have. I don't think this guy has anything. We've got the Grand Glove already. Diamond Pin, not going to bother because we've got Boomerang, so we've got all of them items, which is handy. In here is the Turks, Rufus, and then there's nothing really here. Presume this is an item shop. Yeah. Pick up one. I just stock up on these just so I've got them. And then there's items in this place. You come in here. Enemy skill material. It's important that you get that. Just a tutorial there for you guys, really, if you wanna use it. Just on materia, growth, etc. But hopefully we've sort of explained that to you. You don't have anything for me. Yeah, make sure you, as ever, you go through and just check like every room. It's always important with these sort of games. You've got a nice power source. Yeah, these sort of games you just gotta constantly try and find loot. Loot is the best. This section here, you can come down here, which I like to do, and if you press this red box here, it sounds an alarm, and basically enemies then spawn in this area, and it is a good place to farm. I tend to do it, as I always do, but I'll make sure you do it after we've been at Costa del Sol. So it takes again. They don't really do anything. Yeah, and the reason I do farm in there is because there's a save point here, and there's an inn, so you can just rest up. I think it's 100 gil. Oh, 30 gil, even better. And then I just obviously farm into my heart's content. Basic magic in here, which we have. We got everything. Silver glasses, we'll pick them up when we'll pick them up. I think you can steal these, but we'll pick them up anyway. Always good to have. No good, no good, no good, no good. Your weapons are poor, mate. So speed sources, the source, speed, power, and all that, they basically increase a stat by 1. So later on in the game there is a trick where you can manipulate getting 99 of them, and then you can just make sure everyone's stats are super OP. So by there, because we've got this little mini game coming up now, and we want to make sure we get it right. So, with this mini game, it's up to you what you want to do. If you want to get, if you're doing a 100% game, then what you need to do is make sure you get a score of 100 or more, and you'll win a Force Stealer, which is a good weapon for growth for Cloud, but it's something that you can get later on. I think you can buy it, I think, or you can steal it. Either way, the Force Stealer is the top reward for this. The second reward, and what a lot of people do tend to go for, is so between 60 and 90 points you get a HP plus materia, and that is a lot better than obviously the weapon. We almost probably try and go for the Force Stealer here, to be honest. Too slow. There we go. There we go. Smashed it. 150. As I said, it's an easy mini game. Very simple to do. There we go. Yes, the HP plus materia, basically it increases your percentage of your HP by your max HP. So Cow's max, say, is 1100 at the moment. That will be increased by 10% of that 1100, so you get an extra 110, and then the more you level it up, the higher it goes, and once it's mastered, it's 50%. So, I mean, it's handy to have, because, especially if you get it now, because you can start leveling it up straight away. You can get HP plus material later on, so, I mean, there's no biggie that you've missed it now. There's no repercussions of it, especially if you're doing a 100% playthrough. So, the main thing to do there is to get the Force Stealer, really. Double growth is good as well. To have on your weapons, especially like after this section I do farming, so I just put all the material on there as much as I can. So it's good to give her a tranquilizer. It's good to have it to hand now, because she will move away from that spot, and then you can I think I've just given her points. what I'd always recommend to do is to disregard her in terms of comments. Red 13. What I tend to do now is you need to speak to all the characters on the cargo ship. To obviously proceed on to the next part. I wonder if Yuffie's moved away from there now, which she should have done. No, it hasn't yet. It might be in a bit. We'll leave the episode there, guys. We're on the cargo ship now. There is quite a bit of stuff to do on this ship, especially after you've talking to everyone, after you've done a bit of dialogue. There is some farming for some more armour called Shinra beaters. They're good. They have more slots than the cow and bangle. So it's good to get them. So we'll go for them. And there's a couple of other bits we can get as well. So we'll leave the episode there, and then I can show you what to do. I've got stuff that I need to get on with. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks, guys.